Hello guys, good morning. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our latest update on tropical depression Obet. We now included the new low pressure area which formed to the south of Guam, and this is now known as 93W. So this is both the two updates for today, Friday, October 21st, 2022, and this is our English version brought to you by Typhoon2000 in partnership with Aboitiz Power and Naga College Foundation. Let's begin with our update. Here's the latest fast animation from the Himawari 8 from the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone page. And you can clearly see here the tropical depression Obet, which has been upgraded yesterday. And it's now moving fast at a speed of 30 plus kilometers per hour with winds of 55 kph, and it is expected to traverse quickly across the Batanes Group, and it is likely to pass very close to Basco or Batan Island late this afternoon or early evening tonight, and it will eventually exit the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow before noontime. So areas here across extreme northern Luzon will have rainy weather with winds of 30 to 50 kph, not quite destructive, but it may cause some flooding in low-lying areas and some landslides as well. The rest of the Philippine Islands will remain good, fair weather with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday we have some surface trough that brought heavy rainfall, isolated thunderstorms all across the archipelago. Right now it's all clear, but in the afternoon or evening we expect the return of these thunderstorms across the country, so don't forget to bring your umbrellas and rain gear. Now let's take a look at the other system. This is now the area of convection that we are observing. During the past 24 hours, it developed from a broad and active intertropical convergence zone, and it is currently here to the south of Guam, some more than 500 kilometers to the south, and it's still on its embryonic stage or beginning to form. It's still at 30 kph as a low pressure area with tag ID 93W. This is an area of concern because most of the computer models are now forecasting it to become either a tropical storm, a typhoon, or even a super typhoon with a track pointing either towards eastern Visayas, Bicol, or extreme northern Luzon. That's what the computer models shows as of this time. So it's still wide, okay? The scope of the track is still not 100% sure, so the uncertainty remains very high. But the most reliable one, the European model, shows a track towards eastern Visayas with this arrow, okay? So we are really concerned on this weather system, but we will keep you updated in the coming days. And let's proceed now. Here's Obet for the 5 a.m. position, and right now it's currently here, fast approaching Batanes Group and the northern portions of Babuyan, and it will traverse the area late this afternoon through the evening. So expect some stormy weather, not quite stormy, but winds will pick up to 55 or 60 kph. Then eventually it will develop into a tropical storm upon leaving the area, okay? And it will move within the next 5 days towards Vietnam as a strong, severe tropical storm with winds projected to be 110 kph. But maybe it may weaken a bit because it's on the area of a cold wake where the last typhoon Neneng or Nesat passed by. So there are some upwelling of cold sea surface temperatures over the surface, so there might be a possibility that it may not intensify, but maybe if the warm waters are now replaced with new high temperature oceanic heat content, it may intensify. It may help intensify this tropical depression. Now let's take a look at the zoom. So there you go. So the passage very close to Batanes or particularly Basco. It will be around 8 p.m. tonight, between 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, so it depends on the forecast speed. So just heavy rainfall and winds of up to 60 kph will be expected across these areas of extreme northern Luzon. Here's the tropical tidbits satellite loop, the infrared one from Himawari 8, which shows to you the color, those pink colored cloud tops, shows to you that its temperature is negative 60 to 80 degrees. Okay, as you can see it here. Okay, so likely it's still trying to intensify as it moves closer towards the Batanes Group. This is Batanes, and here's Basco. Okay, and it's quite small, around 350 kilometers radius, the rain area of that tropical depression. So there you go. It's moving towards Batanes based on our zoom-in satellite animation, condition of windy.com. So it will track towards this direction or that direction. So it's just a very minimal difference on the forecast models as of this time. And although the rest of the country is okay, but in the afternoon and evening we expect another round of thunderstorms. Here's the low pressure system that we are observing right now. This is an area of interest that may affect not only our area here in Bicol, also Visayas if it pushed through. But right now the probability is still at low, low chance, around 30 to 40%. But we should have already some preparation because we don't know. Not just this storm, but we are still moving into November and December, so there are still lots of tropical cyclone in line based on the forecast, around 3 to 5. Let's hope and pray that all of them will move upward towards the open waters of the Philippine Sea. So for the next 3 days until Sunday, we expect afternoon or evening rain showers and thunderstorms all throughout the country. And here's the rain wake of tropical depression Obet, not quite a rain storm. And this is the one that we are worried, as of this time. So let's proceed now to the forecast model, and we are now focusing our attention on the next one, LPA 93W. And this is the forecast for tomorrow afternoon, based on the European model. So we're going to first discuss the European model. So it's here as a low pressure system, and on Sunday it will move west northwest, entering PAR Sunday late afternoon or evening as a tropical low pressure system, active one, but it may develop into a tropical depression, and on Monday afternoon it may become a tropical depression. So 1004 MB, that's already a tropical depression or even a tropical storm. So if we move this on Tuesday, there you go. We have a surge of a northeast monsoon that will prevent the system to move up. That's the problem that we are encountering for next week. Alright, let's hope and pray that it will not push through and it will just weaken so that the storm may move on that direction. Let's make it blue since it is forecast, but that's the scenario. So that's on Tuesday, October 25th. 1003 MB, probably a tropical storm. So we expect, if we change it to rain, rainfall or the rain bands already approaching Catanduanes as early as October 25. And we move towards Wednesday, October 26. You can see the movement of the European model in the evening, likely a tropical storm or a severe tropical storm. So that's the tracking of the European model. And on Thursday, early morning, it will make landfall over the northern tip of Samar, northern Samar area along Katarman. So it's still a tropical storm based on the surface pressure of the European model. Just take note that the computer models are very conservative on the atmospheric pressure. When we see 1001, in reality it's below that. So likely at this stage it may be a tropical storm based on the European model, because the American model is the other way around. It's a super typhoon on their part, but it's not a good model. It's good when it below 5 days, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 12 hours before. They're good because most of the computer models are already blended with each other, okay, including the European model. They are closed, okay, with a track like that. But when the forecast models goes more than 5 days up to 10 days, the computer models goes like this, okay. So it's different. Right now it's just like that. I'm gonna show it to you in a while. So it will, based on the movement, it will traverse either Sorsogon or Masbate and move into the Romblon area on Thursday afternoon. Thursday evening it will be over Mindoro, still a tropical storm. Then it will move out into the West Philippine Sea, that it may intensify, and it could intensify into a typhoon west of Batangas. And the northeast monsoon remains there, have an effect on the weather here over northern Luzon, so expect enhanced northeast monsoon. It's quite early since Maymay, the northeast monsoon is already there, but only yesterday or the other day Pag-asa announced the arrival of this winter monsoon. So Saturday, it will become a powerful typhoon based on the European model approaching Vietnam. That's usually the case when we have a strong La Nina. Most of the intensification happens over the West Philippine Sea. So let's hope and pray that this storm, when it approaches our area, if it will not change anymore, so let's hope and pray it will intensify west of our country, not here, because during La Nina season, the sea surface temperature, the oceanic heat content is much higher here. But we are going to check on the oceanic heat content, especially by next week, when this low pressure area already upgraded into a tropical depression or tropical storm. So that's it. Sunday, October 30, this is very high in uncertainty. It will make landfall over Vietnam. So that's the forecast from the European model. Let's move back to Saturday and shift our attention to the American model. Now it looks like American model is the good guy, okay, or the good model right now, because in the past few days it's the bad model. So I'm just a bit concerned, okay, because European model is the leader when it comes to medium to long range forecast. So let's hope and pray that the European model will follow the track of the American model, not the other way around. So the American model, it's there as low pressure area, 93W. Sunday, it will intensify into a tropical depression, tropical storm as early as possible based on their model output. Monday, there you go. Still outside of PAR, northeast of Yap. Tuesday, still outside of PAR. It will enter PAR. Let me move it. Oh, it will enter PAR on October 27, Thursday. So it looks like the European model on October 27 is already here over Bicol or southern Bicol area, but the American model is still lingering over the Philippine area of responsibility. So this is the power line. Okay, so most likely it will be named as Paeng. So that's the next name when it comes to the list. Okay, mainly list of names of Pag-asa. So let's move. Since the American model is the good guy, it looks like it will become a super typhoon. The 939 pressure levels of the American model is really a super typhoon. If you remove the pressure lines, look at that. Pressure lines are called isobars. So there you go. And then northeast monsoon, enhancing winds and occasional rains over Cagayan Valley, okay, and Batanes Group. And Saturday, October 29, it looks like it is now pointing towards the Batanes and Babuyan Group. But again, this forecast, which is 8 days to 10 days, is highly uncertain with less than 20% probability. Actually, it is moving towards Taiwan, and yet another one here, but let's forget that first. Then the forecast is nothing. So when we recap these two models, let's go back to Saturday. The European model is somewhere here. The American model is here. Let's put some X here, and then some X here too. Just like to show to you the difference of time travel of these two weather systems on the forecast models, and then it will move towards this direction or towards Taiwan. So that's the case of the two most reliable computer models when it comes to forecast, although American model is not good in long range or medium range, but when they are now within 5 days or 3 days before, they are now blended. Okay, these two computer models, GFS, American model, the blue one, and the red one is the European model. So the possible area of uncertainty, cone of uncertainty, we are going to place it on that portion of the map. So the threat is from northern Caraga, eastern Visayas, Bicol, eastern Luzon, up to Taiwan. So it's still a big question mark. Okay, I'm gonna put some question mark here. Okay, so what we are praying that the European model must move towards that path. Okay, we'll move towards this so that we are safe. Okay, so if we check on the tropical cyclone activity including Genesis from the European model, the October 27 Thursday is currently at 30 to 40%, because if we move it this okay, 27 and 28, there you go. So it's currently at 30 to 40% strike probability that it will pass over Bicol region, eastern Visayas. Metro Manila is not out of the woods, so Metro Manila is included here at 30 to 40%. So we must have some planning already as of this time, because it's already 7 days or 8 days from now. Okay, but again, it's still at low probability, so many changes will happen. So watch out for updates, storm watches. Once Obet exits, we are going to replace it with storm watch for soon to be Paeng. So that's 93W, LPA 93W. It could become tropical depression 26W. Okay. So here's the ensemble tracks of the American model. So it's really tricky as of this time. We still don't know where it will pass, since it's still 7 to 8 days from now. So to wrap up, there's the graph set that we issued last night. Obet here, crossing Batanes tonight. We have a trough here affecting northern and central Luzon, extreme northern Luzon, northeast monsoon, Metro Manila, southern Luzon, Bicol, the whole of the archipelago is enjoying some good weather, but in the afternoon or evening, expect again rains and thunderstorms. At the back of this text, that's the IDCZ with 96W forming here. Okay, so we'll be back again tomorrow. It's already 20 minutes in our video, but this is my service to the Filipino people to be prepared whenever there's a tropical cyclone lurking across the Western Pacific. We are always giving you the real facts, not fake news, okay, when it comes to approaching tropical cyclones. But remember, forecast of more than 5 days remains low, but 5 days down to 24 hours to go, it's getting higher. Okay, so watch out for our next video analysis tomorrow, Saturday. We will be issuing again, probably the final on Obet, and the second one for 93W and soon to be 26W, or even Paeng once it enters the power. We are going to check what's next in the international or global names. Again, this is Mike Padua. See you again tomorrow. Let's all pray hard that this storm will not push through. God bless to all, and thank you for watching our channel.